Well, welcome back. It's been almost exactly a year.
Almost exactly a year. Yep.
So that was a quick year.
Quick year, but a big one.
Yeah.
I managed to. Well, obviously, I came here last year because I had just come out of the closet and put out the Gay and Proud song. And now, in the year since, I've made the Gay and Proud album, which I'm really excited to be putting out later this summer.
Cool. So,
yeah.
And, I mean, you literally came out musically, like, I mean, if I remember correctly, like, I mean, you had told some people, but a lot of people, they found out from the song, right?
Yeah. Even, like, I had told my two best friends, my dad, and I told my grandmother the night before this, like, big coming out article came out. But other than that, everyone else, friends, cousins, extended family, all found out June 1st of last year through the song and through a big article I had done.
Yeah. What was the article? Was it in a newspaper? Or?
It was in 47 magazine. So we did a big photo shoot in Brooklyn last year and a big kind of exclusive interview, and that was where I came out.
Okay. Now, and Brooklyn's going to be a recurring theme tonight, apparently.
Yeah. So that is the lead single from the new album, and it was kind of written all about me pacing the Brooklyn Bridge after the photo shoot and had wrapped up, and I was just kind of thinking, oh my goodness, in just a few days, this interview is going to go live, and my whole world's going to be rocked, and just kind of hoping everything would pan out okay.
Did you have second thoughts before everything hit? Like.
Not second thoughts, but I definitely I had fears and nerves, but they all pretty much subsided. And when I finally made the phone call to my grandmother the night before the article went live, and she just responded with, nothing but just happiness and joy.
Yeah.
That suddenly, when it was like, well, if that's checked off my list, now nothing else matters. So let it rip,
Yeah.
So.
And so it's been a year now, and have you gotten I think you had already started to get some reactions last year, but from far and wide, from locally, from people you know, people you don't know, like.
Yeah, people seem to kind of come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
I definitely had some people who I didn't expect to hear from come out and say certain things. There was somebody, a teacher I had in elementary school who. Doesn't usually comment on my stuff, but I'd posted the article and she just kind of said, always loved you, always will. And that just kind of, for whatever reason, that just like wrecked me. I was like, oh gosh, this feels so good. Like, so it's things like that. And then, and people that are like friends of friends and say, hey, I'm a friend of so-and-so's and I just wanted to say I heard your song and I dig your story and stuff like that is really cool. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's been a whole lot of love being thrusted upon me in the last year, which I didn't expect, and I'm just like so grateful for. And had I known that was what was waiting on the other end of coming out, I wouldn't have waited so long.
I guess, but you just never know.
You never know.
Obviously, that's true of many, many things. But you never know until
you never know. And I think you plan and anticipate the worst possible thing.
Yeah.
For me, when I was a little kid, I knew in second grade I was gay, and it was like I can't ever say anything because people will, my family will abandon me, and I'll get kicked out of school, or it's like the whole world will fall apart. That's how it feels. And, as you get older, you just kind of carry the weight of that fear with you, and it just gets larger and larger and larger, and it hinders your life more and more.
Well, because there are stories where that really did happen to people, where they did lose their families and friends and stuff.
Absolutely.
So that... as they say, the struggle is real. So
and I was in elementary school when the whole Matt Shepard thing happened at the end of the 90s, and it's like I knew it's like
pretty scary.
Me and that guy have something in common, and look what happened to him. So now, what if someone finds out I'm gay? I'll be next. It was those kinds of fears you're living with as a little kid. It's kind of scary.
Or even going more recently, was it just the 7th or 8th anniversary of the
Pulse Club? That was the huge one too. Yep.
So you know that there are still reasons to be cautious or fearful, but you can't let it run your life.
Exactly. Yeah, and you have to give yourself the freedom to live the life that you want and that you've dreamed of.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened to me. You know, the whole impetus of coming out kind of started a few years back. My grandparents were celebrating 60 years of being married. And, you know, we gathered all the family and all their friends. And it was like this lifetime of memories all, you know, in one room. And I just kind of thought, like, you know, man, I really want this for myself one day.
Right.
But then it was followed up immediately with the thought of, oh, but that's right, I can't.
Right.
And then I just kind of got bold and like, well, why can't I? And then a few years later, I came out. So.
And one of the things I like about the song is that I find it to be simultaneously joyful, and yet there's an edge to it as well, because like you're kind of like, you're in the song. It sounds like you're releasing pent up frustrations.
Yeah.
And I can't think, there's a word I'm thinking of, but I can't quite get it. Anyway, this is how my brain works.
It's there in the song, though. Yeah. I know what you're trying to get at, and it is. It's
cathartic.
There is a catharsis to it, and it's just all the rage and anger that I felt for so long because I knew these things about myself but couldn't actually say them.
Right.
I'm finally unleashing, you know, in the studio there, and all that sadness too, all the sadness and the dreams deferred. At least they were deferred for a long time.
Yeah.
It was finally unleashing all of that and saying. When I recorded the song I Am Proud, it was me finally claiming things for myself that I had banished to impossible for so long because I thought I would never come out.
Yeah. And
I think that's kind of a running theme with a lot of the songs on this album. The album definitely has an edge to it because I say it's a celebratory record and it's a kind of a victory lap record of coming out. But it's definitely me taking what I feel I've been chipped out of, which is, you know, the chance at love and the chance of happiness. And it's me claiming all of those things once and for all.